I think this is one of Ross Carter's boys that built out here.
They built it, yeah. That's a new place.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly where it's at there. But what's
Always feed you something.
that used to make parsnips and stuff like that, didn't you?
Yeah, but anything that you could feed you.
Yeah, they've redone that old house too, haven't they?
Me and Ozai sitting out there, and I asked Bill to pull back in his pocket, and he said, there's $2,000 in there. And I said, Ozai, it's dangerous to carry that. He said, yeah, but Troy, what would you do with it? Can't put it in the bank. Can't do this, right? Can't put it back. What would you do with it? Lord said, you give it to me, and you'll have something that's coming when you get old. Now, this is my old home place. Yeah, right here.
Pull in there and we'll take a picture of it.
It goes to that timber right back there.
Go there, girl, if you can get right there. Pull there, up there, or whatever.
No, when you get ready to do that, just pull on in.
Yeah, I will.
This is the old home place here, right?
Yeah. This is the old home place.
This is where I was born.
Yeah, no. Wait a minute.
Yes, I was.
Yeah, you was born here.
I sure was. This
And
is
Don was too.
and Don, yeah.
Me and Melvin was born over the other place.
You and Melvin. You and Melvin was born over there. And that was a good buy that I made too. About this. You had $1,300.
$1,300.
34, 44, 54, 64. You'll tell how many dollars that. Got that other little house on there, but it's just a little house. And this one, this almost on the bottom. Anyone could take that house and just go in there and tear everything out and redo it and refloor it and everything and do all that. Talk about a garden spot. It has a good garden. It's still on.
Go down there and look at it.
Yeah, and then we had strawberries over here. Corn, sweet potatoes,
Yeah, I know that pond wasn't there before.
oh no, that's where these those potatoes.
That's where the garden was at. That's right.
Yeah.
This whole deal up through here was garden. I remember that. Ride it with a horse. I remember that. Remember you getting mad at the horse one day.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, now that old barn, Dad's the same barn.
Same old barn.
That's the same old barn.
Same old barn. Right where that house is at is where I had my home piece.
Yeah.
Where I happened to do it home.
Now she lives. Joe's wife still lives in this building here, but nobody lives here.
Nobody lives here. I went in it when I was down here the other day.
Yeah.
And I walked up some of the holes and looked in it.
Well, I didn't know she was dead. Well, she was a lot younger than him, wasn't she?
Well, you think so.
She looked a lot younger anyway. How many years did you live here? We moved here when Milton was what, about 3?
I believe that I
There's the old. So the previous line down it. They think on Springfield for 37 years.
where would I go?
I couldn't think they'd last that long. 37 years, that's a long time. I bet somebody else is waiting. But this was Floyd still, Floyd, I know that's it. They got the doors open and everything, they just left it open.
Where's this?
Different heights. Now this might have been added on, I don't know.
I believe that's been added on. That's been added on because that was porch.
Look at the, that's right, because look at the windowsills.
That was porch.
The deal for the windows,
Yeah.
it's not the old stuff like the rest of it. It's,
Yeah.
it's different. This was
Yeah.
added on. This,
Well,
we took
they
part
got-
of the porch and made this into,
That's right. When I
A
got
little
out
room.
here where I could see the porch, why, I know that it's different. That is been added on right there. And this is where Dad come in here and, what was that?
oh, I did. Hit the door.
Oh, I thought somebody coming in on us.
Now this is where your dad, they brought him back here and left him laying here in the floor, huh?
No. They've taken him to Harrison, the undertakers come and got him, then brought him back here the night before and kept him here. And then they come and picked him up and taken him to Liberty.
To bury him.
But we thought, oh, we are, would they all get it in here, you know?
Yeah.
And they wanted him to be here too.
Yeah. Boy, the old ceiling's falling out. Old oak lumber, boy, they made her
Oh, yeah.
solid.
I'm gonna go this.
Looks like an outside door going in this. This
One
was,
of them is outside door.
I bet this was back porch.
Yeah.
And this was a bedroom here too. Had 3 bedrooms?
That and this was all together.
Huh?
We had a table right here. We cooked in there, and this was the
Was the kitchen?
yeah. This that in the wintertime we'd put a table in there. Summertime we'd move it out here.
And
And
this was the kitchen.
they boxed this up and put better windows in it.
Yeah.
Look at the old cellar in there.
The old cellar, that's where Don hung his ear.
Yeah.
We was playing out there and there was a hook, a hanging hook up on the top, and old Don jumped down off the deal and hung in his ear, just hung himself hanging there in his ear.
It didn't rip off.
Uh-uh. The old cellar, this is it. Made out of cement.
This is the only cellar I ever saw in my life that would keep sweet potatoes the year round. It was on top of the ground enough till it would
Oh, apples, somebody's keeping them.
till it would keep sweet potatoes the year round up in the spring. And canned fruit, I'm telling you, we come in the cellar and get.
Still got them?
I reckon, but I didn't find them last night. I set up and looked at pictures and different things last night.
That's the old rock pile up there. Is that where Grandpa killed himself?
Right up in that way. And there used to be another tree up there. And they cut that down and he was out this way, this road. Now you kids went right out through here, right up through that, and hang on the hill right up through that.
Yeah, but it wasn't me, it was them. Yeah, I was just 1 year old.
Yeah, it was Melvin and Don. Ilford didn't go. Ilford was, Ilford couldn't remember that I told him not to go. Look at them potatoes. Now, this old gal up a working old gal, but she don't look like she didn't used to. You said one time she's the prettiest woman you ever seen.
Built it when? Probably 45 or 50 or what? Somewhere between 45 and 50.
I guess it would be.
Built out of old oak lumber?
Old lumber.
Yeah.
Got it, I know it on Ross's sawmill over there.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah. I don't think that they put a lot of our sawmill here. I know they put several, because this broke the off just away. And they built it right up. but he was laying with his head to the east and facing the south.
Yeah.
And if he'd have sat down, you'd have thought that he'd sit down here,
He'd roll back.
and then he'd roll backwards.
Yeah.
So it makes me think that he shot himself here and then just went over like that.
Yeah.
And then
Standing up, yeah.
standing there. Yeah,
He shot himself with 32, wasn't it?
32, I think.
32 pistol. I remember you kept the shells for
Yeah.
a long time.
38.
No, it's 32.
No, it's 38.
It was 38?
I believe it's 38.
Yeah.
I traded it off. I traded it for 42.
Pistol or rifle?
Rifle.
Is that the rifle you still got?
And no, I got a peep sight, and I taken it back to Harrison and traded it for just another guy. Now they got a bulldozer or something. That's the same old post that was there when I
Put it in?
when I bought it. When I bought this place. You see, they bulldozed this off, and look at that one. Hey, now. I had about 80 acres.
Below here, besides the 40?
Yeah, this is the 40. And about 80 acres was laid back in there.
But it wasn't none of it hadn't been improved, right?
It was 40 acres.
How many pockets?
See all the what, Dad?
Your keys in
All
your
the
pocket?
work that needs to be done on it.
Yeah.
Gopher, do you keys in your pocket?
It's on. It's working, yeah.
Left this in 54.
Well, keys not on and it's working, so
Yeah, that means that they're live all the time.
Definitely not. There's two trees over there. Can't tell any difference in them. Can't tell hardly any difference in this one. And that old big white oak there, and that one right there. Can't tell any difference in them. That
keep
one right
turning
there.
around.
Look, the
That
third
way, turn the
bigger.
other way. There you go.
That one right there is the third bigger. Yeah, they definitely sure boxed up that porch, you see.
Yeah. That one place there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was part of the porch.
Yeah.
Sure was.
Yeah.
They would have put those steps right in the middle of it.
Yeah. And if I'd have been doing it again, I'd have boxed up the whole thing.
Yeah.
Made that end went on out there.
Well, it's the small, you know.
It's a small house, is so little.
Probably a grand total of 600 feet in it right now.
I just don't remember, but I believe that lilac bush was here. I think, and I know there was one on that end.
Well, this is the old Plumley Church school or church house we used to go to, huh, Dad?
Yeah. This is it. Did they have school here too?
Not for years and years. Long.
Yeah, but they used to though.
They used to years ago. Yeah.
Way around there, where Petrie used to live. And this one goes right down to the school over here at the left.
Okay. This was we used to go down in here and play down in the woods.
Yeah.
This is the swing set wasn't here. This wasn't here.
This is the eating room, cafeteria, whatever they call it. You can drive all around and go back up if you want to.
I'm gonna go around here so I can get some good pictures of it.
What's this say? Mountain Ball.
We don't know.
Court.
It wasn't out.
Wasn't even here.
Already anyway.
What is it?
Compton Ball Court, built in 1977.
A little bit after we moved. Go ahead and go forward now. Bill Rest of Soul House.
I'd like to see old Bill. Bill Rest. Where's he at? I reckon in Canada. They went back up there. Well, what's this?
This is the one I remember when they had it. Who's that running up there now?
Hello. This little store.
Well, Sharon, I guess I'll narrate this thing for you. This is the stuff I brought back.
Chicken in here, bread, you need some butter in your corn, chicken, awesome. Salad, pies, potatoes. This is the Liberty Cemetery. Most of Dad's family, the Howertons, are buried here. And John's wife. And some children of theirs are from the very top. This is the Liberty Cemetery where most of Dad's family is buried, the Howerton side. There's Jeff Howerton, John, John's wife, and some of John's children are buried here.
It's 1E. 1E be up here in the corner.
There's Jesse Root, I know him.
Yeah.
Maggie Root. May Root, I know her.
Yes, and then that.
This is Lucy and New Bernal Red. And we knew them as neighbors for years. The Liberty Cemetery.
Over here's Bert. They called him Bert Howerton, and his wife Lizzie. That was Grandpa's brother. Down here is Jeff P.J. Thomas Jefferson Howerton. This was our grandfather's grave. 1886, 1948. On November the 6th is when he died.
He committed suicide. Now this is some of the kids.
Think maybe
His wife's dead, but I bet she's buried around here somewhere.
That's sweet.
here beside Thomas Jefferson is two just stones. And we think maybe those are children of Bert Howerton.
There.
This is John Howerton. SGT is Sergeant John Howerton with Company F, 27th Arkansas Infantry, CSA, Confederate
States.
Confederate States of America. And he would have been our great-great-grandpa,
The great-grandpa.
or great-grandpa.
He's a great-grandpa.
Okay. Down here on the bottom, it has carved into the stone, May the 6th, 1933. That must have been his death, but no birth date on it.
But I got that. I was born today. Looks like.
Okay, so it'd be John's.
Our great-grandfather's grandpa's brother.
Okay, tell him. Let's say John.
It's not John, it's Jim.
Yeah, I know, but it would be John's
Yeah.
brother.
That's our great-grandpa, John Howerton's brother, Jim Howerton. And he was born October 20th, 1878, and he died just like March 28th, 1906.
Go.
Okay, this Jim, I remember what Dad told me was that he died at a young age because he had an infection in his stomach. A cyst come up on his stomach, and they wouldn't let him do surgery on it and remove it, and it set up infection, and he died of the infection. Died May of 28th.
1960.
Same time. October 7th.
That's the same one.
That's just the foot stone.
That's the
then.
foot. That's the bottom. Willie Bynum, I remember that name. Yeah.
They used to live at Springdale, Bynum's. There's Chloe and Willie Kim Bynum.
This is 10, so X is 1 on this. This side is 9.
Okay. It's just an old stone. You can't even tell who it is. You can barely make out that they died in
18.
October 57.
1856.
This is Annie Clark's grave, my brother-in-law's sister. She just passed away. Delbert Spencer's sister.
Well, why don't you just video this here and then we'll go on into town and she can tell us about Kingston. Does that work? To be?
Yeah, that's the old post office. Kingston. Kingston Post Office.
Okay. Is this building open?
And this is a grocery store that they used to have. And
Who owned it?
Grandpa?
my dad used to shop there a lot. And then this down here is where Billy Boyson's store used to be. And my dad shopped there with some.
What about the bank? Is it still where it used to be? Is that still the same?
Yeah, that's the same thing. They've redone it.
What's
And
this
then
over
this
here
is
on the
the old
corner
bank.
that says Bunches
Yeah,
Grocery?
that's the old bunch store. My dad used to shop there some too. Mostly dry goods.
Well, did Grandma not come to town anymore?
No, she couldn't walk that far, I guess.
Well, if they got a ride to town or something, did she come or she just
No, she never did
up the hill?
go very much.
And up this hill right here is how you go to Grandma and Grandpa's old house, right?
Yeah. And that's 21 highway goes into Boxley.
Okay.
My dad used to carry groceries up this hill 5 miles on his back
Did he go once a week, once a month, or?
once a week.
And basically, what did he buy whenever he came?
Coffee, sugar, shortening, and
But back then, they didn't buy shortening, they bought lard, didn't they?
yeah, lard, and tobacco. He used tobacco, and things like that. We didn't buy anything extra that we didn't really have to have.
Because you just didn't have the money for it.
No,
Back then, how much was a sack of flour? Did you buy it in 5-pound bags, or?
no, 10-pound bags.
And what would you say they probably had to pay for it back then?
Oh, $1.50.
And back then you had to buy soda and baking powders because it all came in a can that you mixed yourself.
Yeah.
Ready mix.
Yeah, we don't have any ready-mix flours or self-rising or...
No.
What about cornmeal? Did you buy a lot of that?
Yeah, we ate a lot of cornmeal.
Corn pone.
I don't know what else.
Wasn't very enjoyable. Walked 5 miles, Milford.
Did you walk with Grandpa to town any, or?
Sometimes I'd walk with him down here, and sometimes I'd come down here with some of my girlfriends. And we just come down here and get some special thing and then go back.
Well, you all really didn't have a lot of money for soda pop and
Oh,
stuff
no.
like that?
We didn't know what soda pop was.
Well, you had Hard Rock candies and that
Yeah,
kind of thing.
we had little candy, and that's about it.
Did Grandma make a lot of candy and stuff?
Yeah, she made some molasses candy.
Thing that y'all did. I mean, as a teenage girl, or did y'all come down here to see the boys, or what?
Oh, yeah, we looked at the boys all right.
Okay.
I don't know whether they looked at us or not.
Who was probably your biggest friends back then? I mean, girlfriends.
Oh, Ethel Armour and the King girls.
How many King girls were there?
There was 4 of them.
What was their names?
There's Belda and Dina, Ina, and Orphy, and Lois.
Did they come and spend the weekend or spend the night with you much or anything like that, or did you
No, we just visited back and forth, through the daytime.
Yeah. You probably didn't have much to feed them if they did come.
No, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Did you work a lot with Grandpa? Did you help him in cutting
Yeah,
wood?
we used to cut wood and stables. We'd help him carry them out.
Did you and Grandma both help him, or
Yeah.
just you? And, well,
Yeah,
he had
me.
Norman too.
Yeah, Norman, Velma, me, and Mom. We'd help him carry them out before the truck could get to them.
Just cut down bee trees and run off the bar and get Uncle Norman stung.
Well, my dad was good at finding bee trees. He'd go out where the water was at, and he'd find out where there's water at, and he'd watch them. He'd force them to where the tree was at.
What? You also told me that. Let's wait till this car gets by. Mom, you've told me that Grandpa, that the neighbors used to come and get Grandpa to cut their shingles, their shake.
Roof shingles, rive their boards to make their roofs for the houses.
Well, what is that tool called that he used to use?
A scythe blade that he wrote the boards with.
And they liked for him to do it because he
Yeah.
knew better.
He knew how to do it. He knew how to turn the scythe. Just to go in there and get potatoes. We had our canned stuff in that cellar. And kept our milk in there because we didn't have a refrigerator.
I thought you kept the milk in the well.
No. We put a tub of water in the cellar and kept our milk in it to keep it cool. No, if you spill a container of milk in your well, they run in the water.
Oh, I didn't have any idea about that. back down here, kind of where this shed is at, there used to be an old smokehouse set right in there.
Well, we dried out our marijuana.
Oh, we're supposed to.
I can remember hams hanging in the smokehouse. I remember they built on. The opening was in the front of the house.
Here.
Mm-hmm.
I was 7 years old. Figure it out. I'm 71 now.
What year was you born?
23.
Fence around the yard. Yeah. And there was a gate right down there where you opened up and went in to the garden. And it was a great big garden. Probably twice what that size is.
Yeah.
And then beyond these trees back in the woods is where Floyd and his family lived at.
And they moved the old, we used to have an old, when we moved here, they built a log house. And when Mom and Dad built this other house, they moved that old log house back down there, and Floyd and Edney, the kids lived in it.
I remember when they moved that old house out.
Yeah. Back down in there is where he was cutting wood when he had the stroke, down below that shed down there. He lived about 2 weeks after the stroke.
Old walnut tree died.
Floyd found him, I think. Floyd had come over here. And she knew Dad was there. Floyd asked where Dad was at. Mom told him he was down there cutting wood. Floyd said, well, I didn't see him. So he went back down there and he found him down. He'd had a stroke. It's medicine hardly at all. He never would take medicine. I don't think he took it.
Well, how did they know he had high blood pressure? Had he had trouble before he had the stroke? Or?
Yeah, and the doctor, he had bowel trouble. He couldn't control his bowels. And the doctor says that was caused by his high blood pressure.
Why did they put him on medication?
He wouldn't take it every day like he was supposed to.
Well, we better get out.
Yeah, right up here is where Grandpa and Grandma had the old barn. There's a big old red barn sitting here. And we used to come up here and kids and we used to play in it. Grandpa used to haul wood up across that hill down there on his back. Come up across that thing with big old log on his back, carry it across the road here and take it up and cut it up. He had quite a few. Down in here used to be some peach trees and stuff where Grandpa, we used to come out here and get peaches. We used to come out here and get pick strawberries. There used to be real big strawberries down in here. He had a strawberry patch down in here.
This would be on the north side of the house, Mom? Well, whose land was this back in here?
That's Roots.
Now, this land belonged to the Roots. And this is kind of overseeing Kingston, and back over this way is
Off the Burgess. See it down on the hill.
right up there in that clearing on top of the hill. Belonged to Bert. Okay, was that Grandma's?
Grandma's brother.
Yeah. Belonged to Minnie Klein's brother, Bert Klein. Bird. B-I-R-D.
Yeah.